Time for another bird video, guys. If you've been watching lately, we've showed all the birds up close. And the last one in this series is Peach. He's the original crow here. He's the longest bird we've had. He's been with us for 10 years. We rescued him personally in 2015. And now it's 2025. And there's stories of Peach. I'll put links to that. But the story with Peach was when we rescued him, we thought we'll take him home because he was at the bottom of a tree and we thought we don't want him to get hurt. So there was all kinds of animals, cats around and stuff, and by a busy road. So thought we'll take him back home, nurse him a bit. Oh, somebody's going in the frame. Let him grow a bit, get stronger, then we'll release him. But then when it came time to do that, we didn't have any knowledge or know-how how to do it. So we contacted the Wildlife Rehabilitation. They said they'd help. Like I said, there'll be a link below to that. You can see some clips from way back then, you know. But Peach is molting. Look at his neck there when he's turning a certain way. Some of the birds here are not molting now and some are. So if he puts his head down, you can see his neck there. But it's a very healthy thing they do to molt. It's nothing, no problem. Some people are worried sometimes, oh, he doesn't look that good. It doesn't mean he's in bad shape because he doesn't look the best. He's getting a new coat, you know. Like when we get old jeans we're wearing and it's time for a new pair, right? We go to the store and get a new pair. Well, he can't go buy a new coat, so he's got to manufacture his own. Anyways, Peach was alone for over 2 years we had him. Once we weren't able to release him, like some of you know the story. He was at the wildlife rehab and he wasn't mingling with the other crows. Even in the rain, he was sitting in the rain by himself. He didn't want to be with them. And my wife and I went to visit. He came right over to my wife and he was crying like a baby. He was so glad to see her. And he wanted to be with us. So we took him back. Well, it's 10 years now. I know some of you watch and say, boy, is 10 years really gone that fast? In some ways it has, in other ways it hasn't, right? But Peach is very happy and healthy. And some say, how did he get the name Peach? Well, my wife was helping crows out when she was living in Europe. She's European. And she called the bird Peach. So as soon as she saw this one on the ground when we rescued him, she was calling him Peach. It's just for whatever reason, because she remembered the sweet memory she had with those crows in Europe, so she called him Peach. And we had a DNA test done. Peach is a boy. We didn't know in the beginning. Was Peach a boy or a girl? But that's basically the only way you can know is through a DNA test. Some will say, oh, the size and everything, or it's not true. And maybe you could, Maple is a little smaller, but then sometimes you look at her, she's not. Her feathers are fluffed up. But Peach and Cherry, our other male crow, you saw that video before already. They are a little bigger, especially Cherry. He's got really big legs. There's Peach. Yeah, look at this. He's doing some preening. You can see a bit of the molting action going on there, is losing his feathers. And Peach is about as imprinted as they get. He wants to be anywhere we are. Like we can watch TV and he'll sit right there on the side of the couch. He'll just hang out. He doesn't go flying around. And you just put some paper underneath. People say, how do you deal with the poop? They like to perch, these birds. Like they'll sit in one position for a long time. When they're flying around looking for things, they're moving around. But otherwise they're just perching. And that's what they're doing, what you see. So we just put paper under there for watching TV or something, and he'll just sit there and watch. And he's not that messy, but if there is any, it goes on the paper. But he really enjoys our company. He's very social. He likes beak rubs, and he likes to get the pet. He likes to see us too. If we're doing chores and we're not in sight, he's steady kind. Either the dog has to be in sight or we, because he grew up with Cassie the pup. Cassie's 10 years old too. Cassie was just a little pup when we brought Peach in, and they grew up together. So if he sees Cassie, he's comfortable. If he sees us, he's happy too. But when he doesn't see us, even if these other birds are with him, he starts cawing because he's wondering where we are. He likes to see where we are, because you know we're part of his flock. He's an imprinted bird, and we're part of his family, so he wants to know where we are at all times. One of us, my wife or I. Sometimes I'm not here at the farm, but my wife is here. Like the birds are never alone. There's always someone here. Oh, we might go to the store for a little bit, but other than that, someone's always around, or the pup is around guarding. So that's no problem with that. So yeah, check those links out. See, and in the beginning, he had his beak was so long. Some people were saying that's a raven, that's not a crow, and Peach is a crow. He's not a raven, and he's had the DNA test to prove it. It says right in the DNA test that he's a crow. So he didn't know how to do his beak because he didn't have those skills. So when we adopted Cherry was a wild crow. You've seen that video I showed you. If not, look at the link below. You can see that video when we were talking about Cherry, the injured crow. Cherry's beak was always so nice. And we saw he was banging it on a stump we had. We had a little aviary outside back in the city. Now we have a bigger one here in the country, but he was banging away, and I think the other birds learnt. Because then we started to see, because we had to take Peach in. They used some kind of Dremel or something. I didn't feel comfortable doing that. And they'd trim his beak, you know, like $60 or something. But once we brought Cherry home, like I said, the birds started to figure that out, and then they started trimming. They started banging like that. I don't know if he told them or they're just watching, but they're very intelligent birds. They really are very intelligent. And that's probably how they learn in the wild, because they're all together and they learn survival skills. And so he learned from Cherry. So Cherry coming to be a buddy for him with his injured wing, some would say, oh, he's not worth it. Why did you save him and everything? He's worth it just for that, right? I'm just having fun. He's worth it no matter what. But he taught the other birds how to trim their beak. So yeah, that's Peach. There's Peach. Peach up close, guys. So hope you enjoyed this video today, and all the videos, they'll all be linked below. We did an up close video for all the birds and talked about them. So check those out. Thanks for watching, and give a big thumbs up. See you in the next one, guys.